So I'm joined by head coach David Artell ahead of our next game against Doncaster Rovers. Another strong performance last weekend against Carlisle. What are your final takeaways from that game?
I thought we deserved to win. I thought we were in control for a large part of the game, having suffered an early blow, and I thought, like I say, I thought that we deserved the victory. I thought there were some really good parts to our play. There's some bits we need to brush up on, but I thought in really tricky circumstances. It's not the first time this year we've come up against a new manager. In fact, we came up against Mike Williamson's first home game at Carlisle, but we managed to get over the line, and deservedly so. So, you know, a double over a team that's spending a lot of money. You know, the second double in consecutive weeks, both strikers scoring again. So, all in all, a really professional and deserved 3 points, really. Yeah,
and you mentioned about the strikers being in form. That's 4 goals in 2 games for both of them, and 3 consecutively for Danny Rose. They're combining really well up top, aren't they?
Yeah, look, Rosie is always going to score goals. That's his career. You know, I can't remember him scoring a goal outside the box, but you give him a sniff inside the box and he'll ticker away. And Justin's finding his feet in and forging a career for himself, and he'll have a very good one because he's a good player. So when you add them 2 ingredients together, a bit of know-how and youthful exuberance, and actually cross it over, because Rosie's still young at heart and Justin's got a much older head than what you think at times, then you've got a really good blend and a good mix. So we've got to keep providing chances for them, and if we do, then I'm confident that they'll keep scoring goals.
And Rosie said last week in an interview that he enjoys the link-up play with Justin and feels like they actually complement each other quite well.
Yeah, look, it helps having an extra striker on the pitch at times, but then at the same time we've got to make sure it's the right thing for the team. You know, we can't just keep them too happy to the detriment of everyone else. We've got to make sure that, you know, how we're set up is for the benefit of the whole team and to stop the opposition. So we won't always do it, that's for sure. But at the same time, when they're scoring, it doesn't half help, because it sort of proves the sort of tactics right, if you like. But it's not just about them two and whether they score or not, that's for sure.
And a full week of training again. How have the lads been?
Yeah, good. Obviously we had the reserve game on Tuesday, so we had a split group on Tuesday. We had a bit of a split group today for various reasons, but mainly because of the team on Tuesday. But they've trained really well. The lads trained well on Monday, and they've had a couple of fairly intense sessions Tuesday and Thursday getting ready for Doncaster on Saturday. So yeah, we're quite happy. We're still trying to get more principles into them, more ways of playing into them, as well as developing the techniques, integrating one or two of the new players. So, you know, hopefully when you've all said and done and considered everything, that they're still fresh for the game at the weekend and ready to go.
Yeah, and you mentioned the behind closed door game against Mansfield. Eastie back in the team for played about just over an hour. It's obviously great to see, isn't it?
Yeah, look, he's still not fully there, but we all felt, including Jake obviously, that he could get some minutes under his belt in a game that wasn't high stakes, if you like, and he's come through it really well and unscathed. But he's still got a bit of work to do. But it was still great to see him back out there. So you know, he's got another step up to do in his training. And once he does that, then, you know, we've got something penciled in for a couple of weeks' time, and he'll be involved in that, and then hopefully be in first team contention again.
Yeah, brilliant news. And one of the closer away trips this season against Doncaster, conceded 5 in the last league game, had an FA Cup tie against Premier League opposition as well. What do you expect from them?
I think they're a good team. I think that's first and foremost. I think they're a good team, and if they weren't, I'd say it. Me and Sean went to the Chesterfield game. Obviously, we then saw them on the telly against Palace on Monday night. They're certainly not unbeatable, but they are a good team. They're in decent form. They are in decent form. Certainly before the last couple of games, they've been in decent form, and they're a good team. They've got lots of different options. However, I think the thing to recognise is when we played them earlier on the season after the back of 2 away trips to, each end of the country. Grant said afterwards we were much better than we were the previous year, which was a year ago today, or certainly about a year ago. And I think we've moved on again. So I'm hoping it'll be a much closer game because of our progression in this last year. And if we play, and I've said this to the boys often, if we play as well as what we can play, we'll give anyone a game in this league, and Doncaster are no different.
Yeah, and they're a constant goal threat. That's one thing to mention about them. They've scored in every single game since the 26th of December where they played Walsall. I'm sure you want to be that team that can keep a clean sheet against them.
Yeah, we want to continue where we left off in the last away game. I thought we were excellent in the last away game, kept a clean sheet. We backed that up with a win at home again last week. We were backed by an unbelievable support. There were 3,000 there, and we've got to make sure we play well. And if we do, like I said, we'll give anyone a game. It's going to be a good game. It's what do you call it? A top of the table clash. Well, I think there's certainly something on it for both teams. That's for sure. At the right end of the table, and I think that's what we're for. Like I said, we've progressed a hell of a lot in the space of 12 months. And we're closer now to Doncaster than we've been at any point in this last 12 months. And now we've got to have a performance and hopefully a result that reflects that as well.
Yeah, and a chance for some well-needed consistency as well. If the result goes our way, that'll be 3 wins on the bounce. I'm sure that motivates not only you but the lads to get that consistency now. Yeah,
I think anyone who puts a run together now between now and the end of the season for the last 16 games is going to be in the mix, whether that's in the top 3 or the top 7, and we're no different. We've got a chance, but we've got to take one game at a time, and the next one is Doncaster away. So we've got to make sure that, like I said, this little mini run that we've started, we continue to be on, and it'll be a tough nut to crack. But at the same time, we go there certainly with more confidence than we have done in the previous 2 games, and I think if we turn up, then it'll be a good game. It'll be a really good game. And
just a message to, if people were in 2 minds about coming to, obviously it's an early kick-off, we're tickling just underneath 3,000, so if you have a message to any of the fans to change their plans and come join us in our way end.
Yeah, look, I know that you can't buy tickets on the day, so if you are thinking of going, you'll need to get down to the ground before close of play tomorrow, before Friday. My message is we need you. We need you at home. We need you away. We'll need you for the next 16 games. We're coming on leaps and bounds. We're trying to make everyone in this town proud of this football club, this football team. We are making strides. I think we've made a huge, giant stride this year, but we need another couple of strides and a little push from the magnificent fans. Might just get us over the line Saturday, so don't leave it to chance. Come and get behind the lads, because there's no better away days than hopefully beating your local rival and heading back down the M180 with another 3 points.
Brilliant. Thank you, David.
Thank you.